Halloween is just around the corner and it has a lot of interesting things to offer. So let's take a look at the top 10 horror movies in my book. Number 10. The Burning. I'm not the grandest fan of slasher films, but this is something that I really do enjoy. A burned victim on a revenge mission goes to a summer camp to kill people. Very ordinary, but this story is just told with some really grotesque kills, and it shows that the presentation is far better than the originality of his film. And besides that, Jason Alexander starred in one of his first roles far before Seinfeld. That is pretty cool in my book. Number 9. Jacob's Ladder. This is a psychological film that inspired the famous video game series Silent Hill, one of my favorite video game series of all time. As a movie, Jacob's Ladder is kind of slow-paced and tells the story of an everyday man's life, but all of a sudden it goes for something bizarre and very wicked as reality seems to be shattered. What is happening? Well, that is something you had to see for the entire movie by itself. Number 8. Suspiria, the film that inspired Halloween itself. This is a really freaky color book of a horror picture with outstanding light effects and just gorgeous to look at, but its actual content is really bleak and original. I don't think I've ever seen witches being so scary as they are in this terrific, awesome horror picture from Italy. And this is not the only Dario Argento film you'll see on this list. Number 7. This is the only John Carpenter film I want to say on this list, and it's actually not Halloween. It's The Thing, with some outstanding visual portrayals and just incredibly cool monster designs that are beyond my words. I can't even describe them. This movie is one of the most well-aged films I've ever seen, and it's almost 30 years old. Not to mention the psychological aspect that this film holds, as an alien invasion may intrude upon our human flesh. Number 6 is a movie that rewards you for having your eyes in the background and foreground of the picture. This is a film that's all about the details, and it's definitely It Follows. This is a picture where they really thought every detail into the grasp and made a very original picture. There are some idiots out there who still think that the movie industry is dead. Well, they are dead wrong. The movie industry has just begun, and this is a good reason why. It Follows is one of the most modern, fantastic horror films that I've seen to date. Number 5 is Zombie Flesh Eater. Now, I'm not a grand fan at all of zombies, but Zombie Flesh Eaters does everything in a very remarkable way, with some spectacular gore effects, very stunning for its time, and very gorgeous to look at. And the soundtrack, a post-apocalyptic feeling, really gives you an eerie atmosphere. This movie is awesome to take a look at with your friends, having a good laugh at the bad dubbing and the pretty bad dialogue, and just enjoying the grotesque kills. Number 4, we go back to Dario Argento once more, Deep Red. This is a film that works both as an outstanding thriller, a great giallo, and it's just very unnerving sometimes in its horror atmosphere. One of the scariest parts is this ghost mansion part, where our main character goes into a ghost house and things sort of become really creepy without anything actually happening in there. It looks disturbing, and of course, once again, Goblin returns with a pretty funky soundtrack. This movie is definitely one worth to check out. Number 3 is the one that I have most problems to explain to you guys. It is Phantasm, a mysterious picture where reality and dreams go hand in hand. We're never sure what is going on. We're never sure if we can understand it or if we ever will understand it. But that is the beauty of this picture, and that is why Phantasm had 4 sequels. Yes, a Phantasm 5 is coming up pretty soon, and I hope it will be just as bonkers as the original pictures are. But for me, the original first movie is still something that haunts me. It's just genuinely disturbing. Number 2 is a David Lynch picture that I always see as a horror movie, even though it's more of a psychological thriller. It is Lost Highway, a movie that tells the story of a man's relationship gone apart. But that is just the surface. If you look beyond that, it's a very strange type of film where once again you have to think a lot of times to make your decision of what is really going on. This mysterious man who pops up everywhere, and just a mysterious feeling over it. The entire movie is just one big mystery that has to be solved, and it's definitely a film that will give you nightmares. It's something really creepy, dark, and nasty about it. Number 1 is one of few horror films that actually tells a story of deeper concern, and that is the relationship between the white man and the black man. The movie is called Candyman, and the sub-stories about racial indifferences is something that really reflects upon you still today. Another disturbing fact is that Candyman is really intelligent to be a killer. He's more of a hero in a form of way in this picture, and he seemed to have some sort of a deeper concern and a deeper reason to exist. Also, it tells sub-stories about male and women dominance, which is of course something that still pops up today in everyday media.